So, graduates, let's talk about this. As you know, I often post things that are political. Sometimes I will do entertainment news. Sometimes I'll do diaspora news where I'm looking in the wider Caribbean diaspora about whatever is happening. Um, but something came to my attention today. I often post Marvin Edgar, also known as Marvin Lick of Fire, right? He's quite passionate about Jamaica, about the things in Jamaica that needs to change. And interestingly, I was on his live today, and this is the kind of thing that Marvin was talking about. Take a listen, and then I'm gonna go into why I've got a concern. Okay, listen to this.
Not own any land. You do not own any land. If you look at the title, it says at the very top, you're a land holder, HOLDER. And you've never really truly paid for your land either, because you still pay property taxes every year, which is a scam. It's a friggin' scam. Because if me spend money for lawyer and evaluate and all kind of people and go through the process and give you the money, the land costs 5 million. Why the backside me still have to pay money every year for the same land when me just buy? That is just like a person who you own your house but you still have to pay rent. You own your house but you still have to pay rent. Only is a scam. Only is a scam long time. Huh? Talk about NHT. NHT, we already know what's about to happen to NHT. It's not just NHT. All these government entities with the level of scams. The government of Jamaica took out $11.4 billion annually from NHT to plug hole in an economy where them create. Jamaica done, you know. Jamaica done. Jamaica is finished. It's gonna take $5 to $7 trillion, according to the Prime Minister, to fix the road them. So all who want road, we can't tell if I know. It done. Because the country don't even have $1 trillion. Moreover, 5 or 7 figure to be diverted into one area. Yeah. This is not what me saying now. Or the Prime Minister made the statement there now. You can go Google it. The Prime Minister said it's gonna take 5 to 7 trillion, I think. I think it's 5 to 7 trillion, in say, or 3 to 5 trillion. One or two, but a few trillion to do over the road them in Jamaica. Jamaica don't even have 1 trillion. I don't just talk. I have answers of how we can solve the problem. I said it. I've made it public. Most of my fans here who watch me, they know I gave you a blueprint. Not a blueprint that is unrealistic, like that can't happen. That could never happen. How did it happen? I gave them a plan that could make every Jamaican rich. But they don't want that plan. They don't want that plan. You know why? Because that plan will interfere with them owning everything and keeping us under their feet. And to cause regular people from down at Denham Town if you go up at Jackshill, go build big mansion. They can't have that. Yeah? So let me tell you what it was. Let me tell you what it was. The same XRP cryptocurrency. Now you can laugh and say, oh, bullshit, that's fine. Not really trouble me. Because whether you're angry about me telling people about crypto or you're not, that does not change the fact that I have already positioned myself to be a part of the next 1% rich people in the world. And nobody can stop it. Not one of you can stop it.
So it sounds good, doesn't it? It's great rhetoric. It sounds like something that will, wake up the senses of the Jamaican people. And listen, I personally have nothing against Marvin Lick of Fire. I believe that Jamaica needs young voices. They need revolutionary voices. They need people who are brave enough to effect change. Okay? I am neither PNP nor JLP. I know some people might be thinking based on whatever I post that, oh, she must be JLP, oh, she must be PNP. I am none of those things, okay? I post anything that is of relevance to Jamaica. And some of you only see through political eyes, so you're not going to be able to figure out what that means. But I am neither party, to be honest. So on a previous post that I did, where Marvin Edgar was speaking on the situation at Cooper's Pen, which the actual post itself was heavily shared and commented on. It's this one right here. I tend to go through my comments in the afternoons. I go through the comments and I read everything that's being said, and I respond as much as possible. And sometimes, yeah, I will argue with those who are just blatantly disrespectful. You may not be aware of it, but I do. Yeah, and actually it's fun for me. But anyway, sometimes I'll come across posts that are concerning, where people try to draw my attention to serious issues. And under this post, a particular lady by the name of Gloria Stubbs, I think, yes, this lady here, she posted severally about Marvin Liquefier. I went through her posts and unfortunately they were not very good. I'm just going to insert the screenshots. You can feel free to go to the post and look at it for yourself. Now, I had heard on the blogger Vine about Gloria's issue with Marvin Edgar, in that she has gone to several other platforms speaking about the fact that, listen, this Marvin Liquefier is a scammer, allegedly, and that he allegedly scammed her of a particular sum of money. I believe it was a total of $50,000. I mean, I've heard it. People say scamming all the time, and it's not necessarily so. And that's not really my forte. But it has been brought to my page. And as I said, it's something I cannot ignore. And while I'm listening to Marvin's impassioned speech about how he could make every Jamaican a millionaire through his cryptocurrency scheme, or, I don't know anything about crypto, so please don't come for me. But through crypto, and that he's got the blueprint, he knows how to make every Jamaican make money and so on. I've got some crucial questions about the claims that are being made on my page, and I really would like you to send this video to Marvin Liquefier because it needs to be addressed. It's kind of like an elephant in the room now. So Marvin, Gloria came on my page and she spammed the comments. And by spamming, I mean she did several posts. This one. It's several, okay? So I went under one of her posts and I asked her this. Because from what I heard on the blogger Vine, that there was some court business involved, that something was being sorted out and so on. So I leave it alone. But she responded and she said that you threatened to sue her. You've slapped her with defamation letters, claiming that you're going to sue and nothing has happened and that she's unable to get her money back. I do not know what has happened between yourself and Gloria, but this story keeps doing the rounds, Marvin. And now it's landed on my page, and it's not something that I am privy to in terms of the details of how it took place. But if this information is going around the place and people are starting to pick it up, because it's more than one time I see people comment and say, Marvin, go give back Gloria our money and whatever. And I ignore that because that's people commenting and their opinions. But when the lady herself has turned up on my page and she is sharing screenshots and she is sharing what she considers to be evidence against you, I have to now ask you these serious questions. One, if you are capable of making Jamaicans millionaires, you know, getting them out of poverty through crypto, how is it that we have a woman who is disenfranchised of such a large sum of US dollars, and she's not able to get that back? What exactly has happened in that crypto arrangement that has left one of your, I'm assuming she was one of your previous followers and supporters, that has left somebody like her so upset, so enraged, so disappointed that she goes to so many platforms saying this story, and that bloggers are picking it up and questioning your integrity? How are you able to make all of Jamaica financially well off, but yet we have a woman here who is financially less off as a result of your cryptocurrency scheme? What have you done in order to address this that would satisfy the public that it has been dealt with appropriately and Gloria has been either compensated, or you have fully explained and she probably doesn't understand? Do something as to giving an answer to these questions and this slander that is rising up around your name. Because as much as everybody's looking for a Messiah, they're looking for somebody to give them hope. They're looking for somebody to pull them out of mess and struggle and strife in Jamaica. What we don't want is a situation where we have a Jamaican sister who is saying these things and it's going unanswered, and it turns out to be a real injustice, because we can't be putting 100% faith in somebody who would ignore the cries of one vulnerable woman just for optics. Do you see what I'm saying? It not look good. And the fact that it's come to my page now means that now I have to address it, because I don't ignore serious allegations like this. And I can't be 100% pushing for the things that you're representing and saying. Not that I do really, because some of the things you say I don't really agree with, but giving you support because I believe your heart is in the right place. And then here is this lady writing these things everywhere, and now she has come forward on my page to actually share her story. What is going on, Marvin, with Gloria and this money? Nor have you sought to rectify the problem between you and her and this huge sum of money that she has lost through your cryptocurrency arrangement. How many more people can be at risk of losing funds like this? So you may have the blueprint for all of Jamaica, and this lady may not be in the island from what I can see, but you should recognize that she's also a Jamaican sister, and she is disgruntled. What's going on, Marvin? Is this for real? Is this story the truth? And what have you done to fix it? And I'm not coming for you. I'm asking you serious questions, and I'm asking you open and honest questions. And I really hope you take the time out from your fight for the entire nation to pay attention to that smaller voice, because all of us matter. Even Gloria.